Hello, my darlings. What if you could actually create your definition of success? And what if you're already successful? Huh? Seriously, what if I'm talking to you. What if you're already successful? And all those stories that you've been listening to in your cuckoo crazy brain are simply not true. Would this be a novel idea? Would this be a completely new way of living? I think so. So let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. I'm Arriane Alexander, and I'm the Rock Your Life coach. And I work with amazing female entrepreneurs and businesswomen all over the world. And one thing that, always comes up with my clients is they think they're not successful. I literally had a client the other day that I started working with me telling me how she's not successful, how she wishes she was doing better in her business, how she wishes that she was farther along in her career, as she's telling me in the next breath all of the amazing things that are happening in her career. So I'm wondering if you can relate to that you think you should be somewhere that you're not, that your definition of success right now has to do with a money value or a job or getting the guy or losing the last 10 pounds or whatever your definition of success is. So if you think that you're not already successful, comment below. Comment, tell me where you think you're not successful in life. Is it in your career? Is it in your body? Is it in your health? Is it your relationships, your wealth? When so many people carry their status of success based upon money. And I was working with a client around this the other day where I said, what's your definition of success? And she said, my definition of success is I have to be making at least $500,000 a year, and then I'm successful. And I was like, okay, so it's this dangling carrot, because she makes like $100,000 a year right now in what she does. So she's basically waiting until she makes $500,000 a year to feel successful. And that $500,000 a year, she'll probably make it at some point, but what if it's in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years? She's gonna wait all those years to not feel successful? To me, that's so soul crushing, because your soul is here to feel successful and feel amazing, because you are amazing. P.S. If you didn't know this, you're amazing. You're already successful. So I just want to share with you and talk about how to get those little creatures out of your mind and know that you are successful already. You are all that you desire. You just think you're not sometimes. Do you get it? So if you really understand what I'm saying, hit your like button. I love to see all the little things pop up on my screen. So, and I love your comments. Please comment in the places in life where you think you're not successful, or just if you agree, there's places where you don't feel successful. And chime in. I love your questions. I love your comments. Success begets success always. But it really starts with, what is success to you? Because if you're making it about a thing, you're always going to be chasing the thing. Because once you get the thing, like my client who said she's not successful till she makes at least $500,000, once she gets to making $500,000, it's going to change, because we're always evolving. So as she gets to $500,000 a year, she's going to not feel successful until she makes $1 million a year. So we never win in this game of chasing this thing that we think is going to make us successful. So if you can just sit within yourself and check in and think about, where do you have the dangling carrots? Where do you think if you do this thing or you get this thing, you'll be successful? And really think about it and start the process of getting curious about it. Is it really true? And from a soul's perspective, I work in the field of spiritual psychology. That's my background. And I'm always looking at life from a spiritual perspective and how we can learn, grow, change, and heal through every opportunity that comes to us. So when we have this thing this limiting belief in our mind that says, I'm not successful until I do this thing, it's taking me out of the present moment. It's taking me out of all the abundance for the present moment. And the present moment is the only moment. If you're waiting for the next moment, you're just cheating yourself out of the abundance of life. Do you get it? So the way to actually start bringing this into yourself is to start feeling how whole and complete you actually are in this moment. Really knowing and tuning in that you don't need anything else in this moment to be successful. You just think you do. Your mind thinks you do. But when you can start to soften and inquire and go, oh, if I can create my own definition of success, what do I want that to be? And how do I make it about myself and my inner experience of life and my joy and my enthusiasm, or something that I actually have complete power over is how I feel? Does that make sense? So you get to create your definition of success. If you want to go through life chasing the dream, chasing the thing, fine, do it, great. You're probably going to be unhappy for most of the time. So I like to work with my clients in a different way of chase the dream, go for the goals, absolutely have fun with what you're creating, and also feel successful in every moment. Feel worthy and complete and whole in every moment as you're moving towards your goal, because life is about the journey, not the event. That's what one of my teachers always says to me. Life is about the journey, not the event. So in this thing of chasing success and thinking we're not already successful, if we're always chasing it, we're missing the journey of life. You know, and you can probably have examples of this where you look back on your life where you thought, like, I know, like, people always do this with pictures. Like, we'll be like, look at a picture of us 20 years ago. Oh my God, I was so pretty. Like, I looked so good then. But 20 years ago, I was like, wah, wah, I'm fat. I don't look good, whatever. You know how that goes? You look back at a picture and you can be like, oh wow, like, I was pretty cute. And I totally was ripping myself a new one because I didn't think I was cute. So if you know what I'm talking about, hit your like button, because I feel like we've all been through this. And put your comments below of what are the ways that you create your reality in the moment and create your wholeness in the moment. So what I do with clients is I really help them create their own definition of success. So if you get to create it, what do you really want it to be? What if success is not outside of you, but it's what you cultivate within yourself? What if your relationship with self and your love and joy and enthusiasm and courage and pride about self was how you are successful? That you make that more important than the thing outside. So does that make sense? As you still move forward towards a thing, but you're feeling inner success every moment of, I feel whole and complete. I feel happy. I feel enthusiastic about life. I feel great in what I'm doing to take care of myself in this moment. And then the things that spring forward from that place, when we're already feeling whole and complete and successful, then inspired action, inspiration happens. And we make choices from a place of wholeness, not of fear. So I'm hoping this is all resonating with you, and you can really see how there might be an opportunity in your life to really start shifting things from where you thought you weren't successful and that you thought that you needed to get this thing or do this thing or have this thing to be successful. And you can start releasing that outer experience of what you in the past have called success and reframe it to this moment of, I'm successful in this moment because I'm this amazing human being on this planet, because I'm fully supported by the planet. I have a place to sit. I have a place to live. I have clothes on my body. I'm pretty sure all of you watching have clothes on your body. At least I hope so. But that's the thing. We can take for granted all the support that we have. So we're already successful because life is supporting us. Life is cheering us on. Even if you're having what you would call a challenging time right now with your career or your relationship or your body or your health, even if it's a challenging time, where can you find the places where you can own and live in your inner success of life? If it's like, I have an amazing relationship with my partner and I just feel so confident and loving in this area, and that's my definition of success, awesome. Start there. If it's, I'm actually taking steps to move forward in a new career of doing something that really calls to my heart, that's success because you can feel that courage in yourself and that inspiration in self. So you see, I feel like we all walk around with this outer definition of success. Not all of us, obviously, but most of us, a lot of us. As we're like this materialistic world, which is fine. But the opportunity for all of us as these beautiful spiritual beings having a human experience is to come back to the place within and make the inner experience of life where we find our success. So when I'm working with my clients, this is what always starts shifting their experience. So my one client that I mentioned earlier, she did not think she was successful. She was like, I need to do this, this, this. I'm not, you know, she's a producer in the entertainment business. So she's like, I'm not doing what I want to do yet, and I'm not successful. And at the same time, she's telling me that she has a show in production and she's writing another show and she's got all these cool things going on. So her definition of success was just keeping her out of the fullness and abundance of what's happening right now. So have you ever done that? Have you ever had a reality check of how amazing your life actually is? Even as you're sitting there like thinking it's not? This is why I love coaching, and this is why I coach, is because I get to reflect to my awesome clients of what's really happening. But for you, it's important to sit with yourself and see where you think you're not successful and where you think something outside of you is going to make you successful, and start reining it back into yourself. So once I started pointing out to my client and started reframing those beliefs and reframing her definition of success, and she started owning it, and she started tracking the things in her life that were really amazing, then her perception started to shift. She really started to see what was true in her life and what was really happening and how she is successful in all aspects of life. So you get to do the same. You get to start shifting your point of view, because right now your point of view might say, I'm not successful because blah, blah, blah. But if you shift your point of view a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, everything looks different. So my friends, my challenge to you is to look at your areas of life where you think you're not successful and start getting really curious about it and just asking the questions. Is it true? Is it true that when I have the guy, the lady, the job, the money, the 10 pounds off my body, that I'll be successful? Is that really true? Or can you start to loosen up the grip on that limiting belief and start a new definition of success about your inner experience? So if you were to make one up, put it in the comments below. What would you say? What would you say about your inner experience that would be successful? That's like, my success, I'm successful because I feel so comfortable in my skin. I'm successful because I feel proud of myself. That's what you can start building your success on. And success begets success. So the more that you start feeling the inner experience of success, the more your outer experience reflects it. But then you're like, oh, that's great. So I got the thing, but the thing isn't as important anymore because I'm already feeling so successful and amazing. Because you are amazing. You're totally lovable and amazing and successful and whole and complete. And I'm just reflecting the mirror to you. I'm your mirror tonight on this beautiful video, and I'm so grateful for all of you that have joined live tonight. And if you love this video, share it with your friends. You can click the share button even when you're watching it. You can click the share button, which is the bottom right hand corner. It'll stop the videos for a minute, but you can share it and then it'll pop back. And because I just love, it's such a joy to create videos for you, to really support you in your journey. And please share with your friends, because I would just want to support as many people as possible. And if you have anything that you'd like me to cover in my videos, just send me a message, no problem. And as always, I love your comments. I love your like buttons, because everything comes across my screen. Thank you, Billy. Hi, Billy. I look amazing. Thank you. Be happy where you are. I love to see all your comments. So thanks again, you guys, and have a great night. Bye.